Like and subscribe to get more content of your favorite subreddit. Am I the asshole for pulling over for a funeral procession? My wife and I went back to my hometown to visit my family this week. Where I grew up is across the country and much more rural than where we live currently and where my wife grew up. We decided to go see a play in a nearby city that my wife has been wanting to see, and we were running a little late because she didn't get ready on time and we're in a rush. A few minutes into the drive, I saw a funeral procession coming down the road towards us, so I pulled over and put my hazards on. My wife then asks me what I'm doing. I tell her that a funeral procession is passing by, so I have to pull over. She asks why and says that it isn't against the law to keep driving. I say that I know it isn't against the law, but it is a sign of respect that I've always been taught to do. She then starts to get irritated and says that if we sit and wait for them to pass, then we are going to miss the show and they won't let us in. I said that maybe it is just a cultural difference, and I am truly sorry if we miss the play. But this is something I feel strongly about and I'm not going to move until they have passed. My wife then gets even angrier and says she doesn't understand why I have to act this way. I then tried to explain myself as best as I could. I told her that some of those people in that line are currently having the worst day of their life. They are on their way to say goodbye forever to someone they love. Having been there before, it can be infuriating watching the world continue to go on as normal as your life is being shattered. Why isn't the rest of the world mourning a beautiful life being taken away? In that short ride between the funeral and the grave, our local culture acknowledges this unfairness. I pointed at the cars behind us and said that each of those people have places they need to be as well. By stopping, we are saying to the grieving, we may not have known the deceased, but we will acknowledge both them and your grief by putting our lives on hold for 5 to 10 minutes while you pass. I have been in that line before and this simple act by others meant a lot to me. My wife just argued that I was putting the feelings of complete strangers over her, and I knew how much she wanted to see this play and I was taking that away from her for people I don't even know. I stood my ground and didn't move. By the time it had passed, there was no chance we would make the play, so we went home. My wife is still angry at me and wants me to apologize, which I did for her having missed something she was looking forward to, but said I would still do it again. TL. Doctor. I made us miss a play because I pulled over for a funeral procession. Edit. I honestly never expected to wake up to this many comments. While I am fully ready to accept my judgment, I would just like to say that I did not do this to teach my wife a lesson, as a lot of people seem to think. This is something that I have always done, as well as everyone I know from my town. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get more content of your favorite subreddit.